Welcome, everybody. This is another podcast for all things real estate, where we talk about real estate issues, primarily in the San Francisco Bay Area. And today we're lucky enough to have Lee McKim, who has been a realtor for more than 40 years. He's currently a realtor with Century 21. So thanks, first of all, for being here, Lee.
Thank you for letting me have this opportunity.
Sure. Now, of course, because of the coronavirus, I mean, a lot of people are both worried and interested in what the current real estate market is like. We're getting a lot of mixed information. People have to be careful, as we said before, about the national narrative. What plays in other parts of the nation might not be valid for the San Francisco Bay Area, might not be valid for Santa Clara County itself. So maybe we could start with some of the statistics and some of the things that you think are going to happen over the next couple of months. What is the market right now for buyers and sellers?
Actually, what's happened is that we have about half the number of listings we'd ordinarily have during this time of the year. But more significantly, it's the number of buyers that are in the market. There's been some drop off in the total number, but the actual number of properties that are being sold is a very high percentage of what it was prior to the shelter in place on March the 17th. Right. So there's lots and lots and lots of buyers in the market still looking.
That's right.
The way they're looking now is they're looking online. And to give you an example, a friend of mine has been selling properties in the Cupertino area, and he has a condo for sale. Mm-hmm. A year ago, he might have in the first week got 200 views on it, okay? He just put a property on the market after the shelter in place. First week, 5,000 views.
Wow.
All those people are staying home. Many of them, remember, the state's about half renters, and so is the county.
Right.
Those renters that are interested in moving up are all interested. So the condo and townhome market is a little different than the housing market. When it comes to single family residences, the demand is over the top because the city of San Jose and many other municipalities are not making enough homes, not nearly enough homes.
Right.
In fact, in San Jose last year, the permits for new single family homes was under 400.
Right. Now, you mentioned a little bit about the shelter in place. Now, it is still possible to go and physically look at homes. There are some rules and regulations regarding that.
Yes, I've been out showing.
People are not aware. Some people think that we can only do virtual tours, which is not true.
Yeah, you can actually go into vacant homes, provided that you sign an entry form, which explains the COVID precautionary measures that must be taken. Typically, it's wearing a face mask, a glove,
right,
on booties. This is really at the discretion of the seller, but many sellers, in fact, the property that I sold, the sellers actually moved into an RV park.
Wow.
The property could be listed as vacant. And then we got over there and we, got dressed up and saw the house. We've seen the house a few times and our offer was accepted last night. But what's more important is that when I talk to people around the county, and we ask other brokers what's going on, they're seeing a reasonable amount of activity that's still going on because the demand is very, very high.
Right, sure. Now, some of the people that I've been working with, some of the people that are not in the sector, buyers and sellers, are predicting that we might see a 10 to 20% drop in home prices this year. Certainly the statistics do not show that until now. In fact, if we look at single family homes in Santa Clara County, from February to March, actually they increased 5%. What do you think is going to happen over the next couple of months? I mean, we don't have a crystal ball, but just based on your experience, you saw the crisis in 2008. I think everybody agrees this is a different kind of crisis. I don't think we're going to see necessarily the same things that happened in 2008 happen this year. What is your feeling about that?
I agree with you, Ken. This is not a financial crisis, this is a biological crisis. But more importantly, if you have steady employment in today's market and you happen to live in Silicon Valley or in the Bay Area, a lot of people are into programming. And again, those kind of services are going to be needed even more so than before, because as people go to video conferencing, et cetera, IP security is going to become absolutely the forefront of everybody's thinking now. In fact, that was part of the problem that Zoom had. Prior to March the 17th, Zoom was doing about 10 million videos a day. Right. Now 500 million a day.
Right. Actually, Google has just launched a service as well now. Google also has their own.
Google and Cisco's WebEx. But the big point about this is that the major companies have built-in front-end protections for people's security and privacy of their information. Now that that's happened, what's happened is that my clients have not only done the video tours, but they've actually pre-selected, and we've gone off and looked at many homes. And when you get there, what's interesting is a lot of other people have showed up. In fact, there's been a little bit of a problem, a traffic jam about one
as well. I know.
where 6 groups of people all showed up at the same time.
I know. Well, do you think it's a good time to buy now? I mean, are we going to see a slight price decrease, do you think, or at least
I think
steady?
I think it's going to be range dependent. If you're looking for single family homes between 800,000 about 1.5 million, that's where the majority of the market is. Get up to $2 to $3 million, it's going to be a lot slower.
Right.
But when you get into, if you will, the average income, upper income in Santa Clara County, those price points, those incomes drive the housing price points up to about 1.6, 1.7 million. But they start at about 800,000. So anything that's in the single family, and here's just a measure, Ken. If you start looking at countywide prices of homes, some homes have dropped, I agree, but other homes have been sold the first day they're on the market.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is a great deal of demand for houses in that price range that are 3-bedroom, 2 baths or better.
Okay, good. Last question, and I think you've already answered it. Last question, Lee. Is it a good time to sell?
It certainly is if you know where you're going. No one should sell unless they have an exit strategy. They know what they're going to do with their money. They're going to know they're going to go to Oregon, if they're relocating, Arizona, Texas, all the places. But if you're a seller and the motivation is right, believe me, the buyers are out there. In fact, if your house is vacant and staged well, you're going to get an overwhelming number of views, and there's going to be people that are going to be out there because the interest is always there for people to buy single families, not high densities, but single family homes.
That's true. All right. Well, I'm sorry, we have to cut it there, Lee, but again, I want to thank you for being here. So for anybody who's listening, if you want more information, please feel free to reach out to Lee McKim. His telephone number, his email address, his website are going to be in the post. You can also reach out to me. My name's Ken Buchanan. I also work for Century 21. Thank you for listening. And again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks a lot. Bye.